Is it recording? Yeah, cool. So, welcome to the third episode of the Mesmerise podcast. So, see, Jasper, I told you I can get Goat Monsoon straight after the episode review. So, we have Mike and Charlie from Goat Monsoon. How are you guys doing?
Hello.
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I mean, we're all locked down, but it's all good. It's all fine. We're keeping ourselves occupied with interviews and music and whatnot.
Exactly, yeah.
So, how are you guys doing during all of this?
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm still working, so just a lot going on really with work. So I'm having a week off this week, so it's been really chilled and really nice. But yeah, back to work on Monday.
Yeah, I'm busy working. And planning to take over the world when we can get back out and gig, which would be good. We're supposed to have gigged this Friday, but we won't be doing that.
No.
No, I mean, that's the thing. One of the events that keeps coming up whenever I look for Goat Monsoon on Facebook, because I've had to for a few bits now, is your event with Elysium Sky in October.
Mm.
So that's a very big sort of fingers crossed moment, really.
Hopefully by then.
Yeah, we're hoping by then we can get out. I'm hoping venues will be open by then, but we just got to wait and see, and we'll keep everyone updated as we know. But just like everyone else, we're riding by the seat of our pants really until we know more.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, you guys have done a lot of gigging since Metal to the Masses, and actually, you guys have always been gigging quite a lot, really, in a lot of different locations as well.
Yeah, we had some pretty sweet gigs lined up this year. Some Oxford and Southampton, but they've all fallen by the way. So we're hoping that they're just postponements, and we can get back out and keep going. And obviously, really sad for those bands that were competing in the Masses to the Masses this year, because we'd started the judging process, but couldn't. That hasn't completed, and Bloodstock's obviously now pulled out from putting on the event, which is really sad for everyone there and all the fans that go as well.
Yeah, no, the next one was meant to be my band, and Beyond Extinction, I think Spider-Vein. I can't remember who else was on there now.
Yeah.
But, because I remember my band competed with you guys last year at Essex Masses. Metal to Masses, and you guys got through with, I can't remember now.
We were collected, weren't we?
That was it.
I'm trying to think who else actually at the time. It's all a bit of a blur now, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's like a dream. It was just like a dream.
I remember now. It was my band Perilla, Fire Sky, Petty Antics, and collecting you guys. That was it.
Yeah, it was just the whole competition was just it's just a blur now. We entered it not really knowing what to expect, not really expecting to get very far, and then with each round we found ourselves closer and closer to it. And I think I speak for Charlie, but it wasn't until we got really to the finals where you suddenly go, hold on, this is possibly a reality, which is just amazing. Yeah. And every band was brilliant. Enjoyed gigging with all of them. I enjoyed the crowd it was some of the best gigs I've played, because everyone was there to watch it and everyone was there to absorb themselves in it. And the venue, it isn't a massive venue, so no one gets lost in there. It's all quite it just sort of felt like everyone was there for the same thing, and it just sort of it made the gigs what they were, really. I'd like to do it all again, if I'm honest.
I mean, now you get to judge. Now you get to do the whole Simon Cowell thing.
Yeah, that's it's weird. It's really hard because it's difficult to judge some bands because you like them for different reasons. like some can be stage presence and some can be just general songwriting. It's really difficult, and I don't feel like I've got the right to judge anybody. So it's like it's really challenging to do that, but it's enjoyable.
Yeah, I
You've
remember
also got like
sorry, mate.
people that you go out. No, it's all right. It's always like and they're people that you might gig with on the circuit as well that you get on with, and etc. Like, and you need to almost put that aside, because I think the other bands and the crowd would be expecting you to do it on, as Charlie said, stage presence and technical ability, and there has to be that mix. No live show is perfect, so it just has to be the best and make the best of it. I mean, my mic went kaput on one of them, but you just got to make the best of it, and I think that's what got us through on that. So I think it is difficult to judge.
I mean, in end of the day, I mean, there's some bands that there's some people that get so upset about losing these competitions, which is a shame, really, because yeah, you're there to compete, but as well, no, just have a good time. Just get out, do it, enjoy the thing that you enjoy doing, which you guys clearly did as well. I mean, that also came across when I saw you guys' set at Bloodstock, because I went to go see that. And as I was saying to you,
we saw you in the crowd.
Yeah, it's because I was next to Ian, who was just screaming. It's great. No, it's really nice actually, because because we're saying to the guys at Beyond Extinction, because I think some of them went to go see Cancer Bats, saw a bit of Cancer Bats, thought, you know what? No, I'll go see Goat Monsoon. I'll go and be upset about losing, which I'm not, by the way. I'm not joking. Only kidding. It doesn't always come across, but no, the general gig itself was fine. On the note of that gig at Bloodstock, you guys have an EP currently out of that set, don't you?
We do.
Yeah. We chose to put it out because obviously we haven't got a lot of content to put out at the moment because we can't do anything. We're proud of doing it, and you listen to the EP. It's not technically brilliant, but we put on a show, and that's the point, isn't it? You got to put on a show, so
it comes across. I literally had a listen just before doing the show, and I thought it sounds good. It comes across how you guys sound like live, and the vibe that you guys put across.
Yeah,
sorry, Charlie, go on.
I was just going to say, it's just nice for us to have that catalogued, really, just so that we can remember it. Because at the time when you're on stage, your adrenaline's pumping so much, and you come off and it's almost like you don't remember anything. So to hear it back for us it's quite special.
Yeah, and it wasn't recorded anything special. It was just straight off the desk. And I'm really pleased with the energy that you can feel coming through there, actually. And I think that sort of says a lot for the energy. Hopefully when you watched it, there was loads of energy there. So I think that's that if it can come through on just a recording, then the energy of actually being at the gig would have been awesome. Hopefully, we're hoping that Bloodstock will release that eventually onto their YouTube channel, because they're slowly putting them out. So we're hoping that eventually ours will go up on the YouTube channel, and you'll be able to actually see the gig as well.
That'd be good. I mean, as I said, the general energy of it was great. It did come across really well. Again, both on record and at the actual show. So you guys should definitely be proud. And you guys did, come from someone who has gone to most of the Metal to the Masses Essex shows in 2019. You guys definitely deserved to be there. You certainly did.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And yeah, it shows. That's no problem at all. I mean, you guys also opened for some quite large bands like Paradise Lost and Crowbar, if I'm getting that right, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we were. Well, they were just dream gigs, really. Obviously, they're local. They were local gigs to us at the Arts Centre, and we managed to get on the bill with them. Well, I've got to say, Crowbar one was the highlight of for me anyway. I don't know about I think Paradise Lost probably for Stu, but the
Definitely.
Crowbar
Yeah.
one, the Crowbar one for me. And I think pre me joining the band, I think you guys did Orange Goblin, didn't you? Is that right?
Yeah, we
I
did.
say did
Yeah,
Orange Goblin, supported
yeah.
Orange Goblin. That's-
Yeah, no, that's really good. That was great. But Crowbar,
Yeah.
definitely. That was
Yeah.
pretty special, and yeah, still can't quite get over that one. If I don't do anything else, that would make me really happy. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
And that's a great state to get in. Like, even if it doesn't go further, that's what you've done to get to actually find the fulfillment that you want in the music that you've done. But well, having spoken to you guys in several months, like weeks and time and park, etc., you're definitely not done. You're definitely doing more. Yeah, I mean, in that regard, what was the most memorable gig that you guys have done?
Wow.
It's got to be the. I mean, for me, it's got to be the Bloodstock.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any doubt on that. I think the Crowbar one comes second for me. Just some are just brilliant, and it's because of the crowd, or it's because of where you are, or it's because of what you're doing. You'll know as an artist, you go on stage, and sometimes everything goes right, and you have the best gig you feel like you've had the best game ever. And then sometimes you can go on stage and come off and go, oh, I've really balls that up. So it's just sort of it's finding the right balance. Yeah, for me it was Bloodstock, and we often say that we'd like to do that again and again and again, and that's what we want to, that's what we're trying to achieve. But it's a bit slowly catch your monkey sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, Bloodstock was it was like a dream, and when we all came back, we were all kind of just like, yeah, this is what we want to do. We want to do this again. We want to play more, and that's when we started sort of trying to get connections with other bands and other towns, just so that we could sort of almost like recreate that feeling again of just sort of, it's like being like a fish out of water, but it was fantastic. It was like exhilarating to actually do that. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? We'll probably see you guys play Sophie stage at some point.
That would be great.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
We're kind of hoping on it, but we've got to keep plugging at it, and doing it, and releasing content. We just put the lockdown video out, so hopefully people are enjoying that, and that's a bit of fun while we're in lockdown, and can't see each other, so we have to do it by video instead.
That must make rehearsals very fun.
Yeah. Computer lag sort of puts us in a bit of a downer, really. But I think we're all taking this time to put pen to paper and put some stuff down, and hopefully when we get actually back together in a studio, we can start piecing some new songs together. We're pretty much 99% on a new one anyway, just before this lockdown. So hopefully we can finish that one off and crack on with some other ones, and people will hear some new stuff in our sets.
Okay, so Goat Monsoon, the name, where does it come from?
All right. Okay. I'd love to tell you it's a really fascinating story, but it's not. But we when we first started the band, the singer at the time, he said, I've got this idea for a band called Goat Monsoon. And we were like, oh, that's cool, but obviously there's a band Ghost already, and we just weren't sure on it. And then I think it might have been Stu, I can't remember, but he said, what about Goat Monsoon? And we were just like, that's just absurd, but we all kind of liked it at the same time, so we kept it. And then it just kind of stuck, and then everyone was sort of saying it. When people say it back to you, it's like, that's what we're actually called, right? Okay, that's interesting. But it was, we like it now, but at the time it was kind of just like we weren't really sure what to call ourselves. But originally we were going to be called Ghost Monsoon, and then we changed it to Goat, which I prefer.
But it seems to be a clever move now, since ghosts seem to be firing like legal action left and right wherever you look.
Well, go on.
No, go on. No, if you have more on that, then
I
please
have
do.
no more on that. No, I mean, well, when I joined the band, because I know Stu outside of the band, through an acquaintance. And actually, I used to, when I was on the circuit with another band, I actually gigged a few times with his old band. But he when he said, "Oh, I'm in this band called Goat Monsoon," I thought, well, it's a name. I mean, you're not going to forget it. And the first few times I said it to people, I said, "Oh, you joined a new? Yeah, I'm in a new band. What are they called?" And you hesitate for a bit. You're like, Goat Monsoon, and sort of mumble it away. But I've got to say that I'm really proud, happy, that I joined the band. I'm really proud of what we've done since I've joined the band. I love the sound. I love the sound from the get go, and I knew that it was right up my street. So I knew that I'd be able to do something with it. Put something on top that would hopefully complement it and go with it. And I'm really proud of what we've done with it. So I actually, I'm really proud of the name. Stand up and shout it. I haven't got to the point of getting a Goat Monsoon tattoo yet, but now we've got the logo, I might think about putting one. I'm not sure where yet, but we'll decide that at a later date.
So you're enjoying playing goat metal. There we go. That's something to put onto the EPK.
Yeah.
Now, the Goat on the Alpha King EP, does the goat have a name? Is it a goat just for the EP itself, or is he going to become like a running mascot like Eddie or Rattlehead Dave? Is it? I think it's Rattlehead Dave.
Yeah,
I
love the logo. I think it's fantastic. So it's definitely something that we would carry forwards to other things, other albums maybe, and use as promotion. Definitely, I really love it. I think it's really creative, and I couldn't have come up with anything as good as that. So yeah, definitely carry him forward.
He doesn't have a name yet though. So maybe that's a little competition. Someone can come up with a name. That'd be good. He's on some t-shirts we've got, that because we can't sell them at gigs, we're selling them on Bandcamp. So we can go through the website. But yeah, so he's on the t-shirts, and as Charlie said, we're sort of adopting him as a logo, or versions of him, because we've got different versions of him. So he'll come out from time to time in different forms and guises. But he'll still be there as our logo.
So have you trademarked the word goat yet? A bit like Kiss and Ghost. So anyone that throws goat at something, so like in 10 years' time, you can sue the creators of Goat Simulator because they've not paid you the right amount of goat royalties.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was thinking about suing everyone who actually owns a goat, and they're going to have to change their name. But I think we might be about 10 or 20 years behind the curve when it comes to that. So I think we'll just leave it. I think if there was another band called Goat Monsoon, we might have to say something. But right now, I think we're the only one brave enough to go with
the
with
combination.
a name like that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think one day, once you get to that stage, you can probably create like a Goat Monsoon mobile game, which will be like a little side scroller, and you're just like a little goat, and just
That'd be cool.
Like just beating up farmers or something. There you go. There's an idea.
Well, it's speciality.
In the face.
Yeah, its speciality move is obviously summoning a monsoon, and blowing everything about. So that's where we're going with that. Yeah. I can't believe you already knew that. So that's already in development.
Don't worry, I'll just postpone the podcast until it comes out. Then no one gets in trouble.
Yeah, I wouldn't. It won't come out for 20 years.
Yeah, we're like amazing with technology.
Yeah, we're amazing. We're amazing at doing things. We're a bit slow when it comes to putting stuff out, but we're getting better. We're trying to be a bit more committed to it, but we're just. I wouldn't say we're lazy. I think we take life at a pace, don't we, Charlie? It's just sort of just get it done. You got to get it done. You're going to get it done properly, rather than throwing any old shit out there. So,
I mean, as long as it's not at tool pace, it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we have gaps there because, like, you know, just life gets in the way and you're working and then you're trying to fit stuff in. But like, just gigging wise, we just want to keep pushing forward with gigs because I think that's what we like doing. I think that's what most bands like doing, is just playing live, is meeting people that like your type of music. And I get quite excited about meeting other bands that are into music that I like. I'm playing with bands that are sort of not similar but like the same kind of style. And just networking. I think that's the most fun part about being in a band, is you meet people from different places, and it's really enjoyable. I love that side of things. So definitely want to do more of that. But promotion and things like that, you know, that does tend to happen on a slower pace. But gigging is our thing, really. That's what we love doing.
Yeah, like the whole marketing thing is sort of like a necessary evil. It's like
Yeah,
everyone's like, no,
definitely.
no one wants to do it, but someone's got to do it.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah, I
it
love the
might
new
get
venues
slumbered.
as well. I love the new venues. You sort of find these places, you go, oh, these are awesome. Yeah, as Charlie said, you're sort of meeting bands that are local to that venue, and you go, okay, yeah, and you can sort of get on with them and have a beer with them and stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah, because you guys played Chinnery's not too long ago, which is quite interesting because you guys were opening for Forged in Black and playing with
Yeah,
Beyond Extinction. I mean, the interesting thing with that is, as a lot of people know, Chinnery's doesn't have a lot of outside of Southend bands, so it's quite nice seeing an outside band sort of come in and do their
yeah.
thing. Really,
Yeah, we did feel quite honoured, really, because we know, like, it's quite hard to get a gig there if you're from another place. But we kind of like pushed for the whole seaside town kind of thing. We were like, you know, we're from Clacton, we're like Southend's like little brother kind of thing. Um, and yeah, we was really chuffed. And I had a few technical issues that night, so I didn't have the best gig. My amp decided it wasn't going to work. But yeah, it was a fantastic venue, and would love to play there again. Um,
Yeah.
and get
Well,
to
it was
know a
this
lot.
Friday, wasn't it? That was the gig this
Yeah,
Friday.
yeah. So yeah, we hope to get asked back. And it's a fantastic venue. It was really great. And just sort of meet some other people from that way, really. So yeah,
yeah.
it's a shame we couldn't play really this coming up.
Well, you'll probably just be asked to play again anyway soon enough. I mean, once it's all over, really, it's just a temporary setback.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, it'd be
Okay.
cool.
Okay, so with this, trying to think now because I've skipped around on the questions now. So like, you know how like bullet point and number everything, and then suddenly you realise, oh, where am I? I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I've lost the plot.
Just make it up as you go along.
Um, yeah. So, what would you best describe your sound as? Or did Goat Metal just sum it up in a really good, specific manner?
It was good. I don't know. It's very hard. I was thinking about this the other day because we all like different styles of metal, I guess. It's really difficult, but I think I don't know really. It's so hard because we're not really an out and out metal band. I mean,
Yeah.
we all love metal, but we're not. That's not one thing that we listen to. I mean, I like doom and sludge, and you know, Mike's loves his metal, and so does Lewis, and then Stu likes his punk. So it's and Ben likes. He's very much into his sludge and his doom and his that kind of music. So yeah, it's really, really hard. We like to take a little bit of everything. So to actually sum it up into one thing, that's why I think we've got so many different genres under our name, because we just like so many different things, and we'll take a little bit of like snippet from each thing and then put it into like a mixing pot and then see what comes out.
Yeah, I think for me, it's all just about energy, and it doesn't really matter what you're playing as long as you're playing it in people's faces. And I think if you took a Venn diagram of everything that we like, there is sort of there's lots of overlap, but as Charlie said, we all like slightly different things. So bringing that into the mix is really cool. I mean, for tagging purposes on Insta or Facebook, we use sort of stoner, doom, sludge, and groove metal. But I mean, we've got loads of different songs, and I'd like to think that if people come and listen to us or listen to the tracks online, that they hear all sorts of different styles creeping through and different influences. So some are really high energy, more technical, a bit more heavy metal. Some are a bit slower and deeper, and drawn out, a bit more stonery, a bit more sludgy. So it's just finding that whatever takes our fancy really, and who contributed, who came up with the first riff, and how we put it all together. And some of them are all of us putting something together. My lyrics on top are going to be a bit more my style, but then there's also, I try and take influences as well from what the other guys are liking to. The newest track that we've been writing, I've nicked a heavy amount of lyrics from Charlie's back catalogue. So it's all working together to sort of to put stuff together, to make it work. Really, it's all about, sounds a bit dry, but the product, it's all about what people are there to listen to. It's not about oh, we can't do that because it's this. If you start nailing yourself to a style, you can't grow, you can't change, you can't be who you want to be. And as you grow as musicians and artists and as a band, as five people together, your style will change, and we might find something that is exactly us. But at the moment, it's there are things, actually, saying that, there are things that people bring to the studio and we go, that's not us. It sounds great, we love it, but it just doesn't sound like Goat Monsoon. So we either take a bit from it, change it a bit and make it a bit more goaty, or we just say, let's put that somewhere else and we can think about that later on. So we're already starting to sort of feel our way as to a style, but it is a mixture.
Okay, so this will be a question to each individual here. So let's start with Charlie, as they say, ladies first. Who would you say are your top 3 guitar influences?
Wow. I think, just putting this out here, for influence wise, I don't really have particular influence. I'm very DIY. I've kind of come out with a very do it yourself way of playing. So I don't really have any influences. I have guitarists that I really love, but I'm not necessarily influenced by them. So I'd say I'm really into Rory Gallagher. I really love blues, so I really like him. But obviously I don't play blues, and I'm nowhere as good as him. But I would say Tony Iommi, definitely. I definitely love Black Sabbath, and I play Black Sabbath a lot at home. So yeah, I would like to think I'm influenced by him. And maybe, wow, influence wise, I like Matt Pike a lot from Sleep and High on Fire. I think he's fantastic. He's completely underrated, really. I mean, he's just so good, so technical and so fast, and I love that how he can be in Sleep and play something so slow and drawn out, and then be on High on Fire and just be so quick. I mean, he's amazing. So yeah, I definitely say Iommi and Matt Pike, definitely.
Okay, and Mike, who would you say are your top 3 vocalist influences?
I'm a massive Pantera fan. So Phil Anselmo, he's just the boss to me. I know he can be a bit of a divisive character, so I'm not saying that he's an idol, but he's certainly the boss when it comes to stage presence, the energy, and in his Pantera days and down, I just love it. I love Neil from Clutch, brilliant vocalist. He's got a really, really nice tone to his voice. Can really sort of bring out, I don't know, almost, it's kind of, the bluesy influences, but he just does it in a way that sort of makes you just want to listen to him. Trying to think of the third. It's really difficult. I think from my early days, and this might show my age a bit, but from the music I used to listen to in my teens, I was quite a big Nirvana fan. I think everyone was in the 90s, late 80s and 90s. So so I thought Kurt Cobain. I liked the way that he went through the vocals and stuff. He had a good voice. It seemed quite natural and clean. I quite like clean vocals, believe it or not. But I also like the energy in it. You know, you listen to him, the aneurysm, stuff like that. Some really great energy in those songs. But then he can quieten it down and be quite subtle on other stuff. So those are probably the top three influences for me.
Yeah, because wasn't there Lithium where they just chucked him in a room with a microphone, had to turn up the mic so loudly just to hear him sort of like whisper sing into the microphone.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I mean, some of the range they had was ridiculous. You go from something like Lithium to Breed. Like Breed, there's no space to breathe. I've tried it. You cannot breathe through that song.
Yeah, he's and I like that because he wasn't classically trained or anything. It was back in the grunge days and how I see metal. It's all about feeling it. It's all about from the heart and from the gut. And I think that probably all of those three musicians all have that. They all have it. They just feel it naturally. They're not there trying to. Almost, they're not trying to be as big as they were. They're just doing what they do, and they do it well. And they're just naturally talented in that respect.
I mean, a bit like what you've got in your story on your Facebook page. No trends, no bullshit, just sweet, heavy music.
Yeah. I think for us, it's get out there, be who you are, and hopefully people like you. And if they don't, then you change for them. You're selling yourself out a bit. I mean, there's an element of when you write a track, you're writing a track to think, well, will someone like it? But you've got to also think, well, am I going to enjoy playing it every time we gig? So it's finding the balance really. But yeah, we go up. We are who we are. We're five people who, I mean, some of them no longer than others, and we're Goat Monsoon, so that's what we do.
I mean, music is such a cathartic thing. It's almost impossible to be completely formulaic with it and have a passion for it at the same time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I think you've got to, for me, like if I don't play, I get really, really miserable and cranky, and it just playing, I don't know what it does, but it just gives you this amazing release of just doing what you love doing. And you don't have to be the most technical person in the world or, the most accomplished person in the world, but the fact you get up there and you do it and you love it and it feels good to play, and you've got to enjoy what you're doing. And I think that for all of, I can speak for all of us, that we all look forward just to getting out playing live and having that sort of moment where you feel really good about yourself, really good on stage. And I think you probably find that when you get on stage, you become a different person, and you're not like someone's fiance or a mother or a father. You are you in your band, and you can't beat that feeling.
Exactly. Yeah. Like you guys, once you're on stage, you're not just five individual people. You're all the goat bringing the monsoon.
We are. Yeah. We have fun doing it. We love doing it. We just love getting up on stage. As Charlie said, it's just getting out there. I think that's probably the one thing I'm missing in the lockdown is just getting in the studio and banging some stuff out or getting on stage and doing it. I think we definitely need to get in the studio because I'm definitely rusty. But once I've burst out some of the vocal cords, then I should be able to get back on stage and do some stuff.
Yeah, just swallow a bunch of vocal zones. Done.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's none
Also-
of those vocals.
Vocal Zone, sponsor everyone, please. Just sponsor everyone. It's fine. I don't want to buy more Vocal Zones. Just give them. Just give them to
Yeah.
everyone. Give them to
They
me
are
and my
good.
guest. Done.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's the thing.
I got Vocal Zone tea when I went to Bloodstock. Backstage at Bloodstock, they gave us some Vocal Zone. I got some Vocal Zone tea bags. So I haven't tried it yet. We'll see how it goes.
I mean, did you?
I'm hoping they'll bring out Vocal Zone beer because that'll be even better.
Ooh.
And I could
That would be
2 for 1.
great. I mean, when
Yeah.
you had that, did you actually get some hot water, or did you just rip up the bag and just?
That's it,
Like-
just choose it. I shoved one up each nostril and just went for it. So
Getting into the rock and roll spirit right there.
Yeah.
exactly, yeah.
Speaking of alcoholic beverages, because that is actually one of the questions I've got on here. What is the best alcoholic beverage?
Go on, Charlie.
Wow. Now, I'm the biggest lightweight in the world. I cannot handle alcohol at all. But I don't know. At the moment, probably say I'm quite liking gin. I don't know everyone getting on that gin bandwagon, but I kind of like it. It tastes nice. I like it with lemon. I have it with lemonade, and I like all the fruity ones. They're nice. But yeah, if we're gigging, I think it's normally just like Peroni or something like that, just like the bottle beers. But I try not to drink too much before I go on because I literally forget my own name when I drink. So yeah, I tend to have maybe one and that's it. So yeah, probably Peroni before I go on stage or something.
Yeah, I'm a real ale guy, so I like a real ale. But this time of year when it's a bit warmer, I might go for one of the craft ales. I think they've come on a lot recently, so get some really good ones you can stick in the fridge and have a nice cold brewski this time of year in the evening. Sit out in the garden and chill out. I'm gigging. I tend to go for a Guinness, like breakfast in a glass. That sort of fills you up and gets you going. Soothes the throat, so that's good. It's like a Vocal Zone in a glass.
And still healthier than any takeaway pizza that you'll be able to get just before a gig.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, Ben and Stu, they like their ales as well, don't they? They're
Yeah,
into
they do.
that.
Yeah.
I have caught Stu with a wine several times.
Yeah.
Yeah. His on stage tipple is a whole bottle of red wine, which gets him rather angry by the end of the night. But he's all right while he's on stage.
So when are we seeing the Goat Monsoon local ales?
Yeah, that seems to be a thing. That's quite impressive. Yeah, I don't think that would be a way. I don't think we'll go that way, but yeah, it's cool. It's a cool idea.
I think it would work
What
for
would
you
you
guys.
What would you call it though? What would you call it?
Oh my god.
Probably not add goat to it because people will probably think it'll
That's what I
taste
was
like goat.
thinking, yeah.
There's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's an ale. I think it's an ale called Thirsty Ferret, and it actually tastes like it just tastes like someone's thrown in a ferret, rinsed it out, and put it in a bottle.
Is that what you think? Right. Yeah.
That's
hoppy,
my
though.
opinion.
You're not an ale drinker then.
No, I like my German beers. I like my whiskies. I'm just not a fan of ales, unfortunately.
I think ale tastes like it's like been strained through a goat. To be honest, I just don't like it.
There we go, goat strain.
Oh,
That'll be the name of your ale.
That would be a great name of an ale. I'm not sure anyone would drink it, but
yeah.
Oh, it'll be like them old monk paintings, the little line art ones. It'll just be a goat with a bottle in the hand, just getting tipsy. It's got like a little, like tipsy bubbles around it. Dick, I'm already doing the marketing for the band already. It's great.
I like it.
You can keep all these ideas.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. Your commission checks in the post. Yeah, that'd be good. You've now got my brain whirring. I'll be thinking about that. I might be messaging the band later. I've got some ideas.
As long as I don't have to drink ale, I'm up for it.
No, you have to for the advert, Charlie. You have to all be drinking
I'll just pretend.
You just pretend to go, this doesn't taste like it's been strained through a goat.
Yeah. Or maybe like goat hooves or something.
Yeah, but that'd be fantastic. You're the one that's going to have to do the voiceover for the entire advert. It's just be slow motion. So you've all been wondering where we get the great taste for goat strain ale. Well, here's the secret. It's just the rest of it. It's just a goat getting doused in ale, rinsed out, done.
Yeah.
Oh, that's vile. But yeah, it sounds like something we could do.
Hey, I mean, there's people that drink, I don't know what kind of alcohol it is, that has scorpions in them and worms, whatever. So I think it going
Tequila,
through a
isn't it?
goat. Oh, it is tequila, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, you get that coffee as well, the Kopi Luwak. Is it? No. The
Oh,
Kopi
that's
Luwak?
something to do with cats, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sifted out of cat shit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kopi Luwak? I want to say Kopi Luwak. Sounds about right.
Mm.
Yeah, so the cat eats it. It's a wild cat that eats it naturally, the coffee bean, and then it goes through their internal tract, but survives the process. So they then take it out of its shit and sift it, and then cook it, and then that's your coffee. And it's supposed to be a lot nicer. It's supposed to be subtle. I have had some. It
yeah.
was all right.
Kopi
It wasn't
Luwak.
brilliant. Kopi Luwak.
Kopi Luwak, and it's $600 a cup.
Wow.
I have
cat
had
poop.
some. It wasn't worth $600 a cup. But yeah, it was all right.
I mean, cats already have a god complex. This doesn't help them one bit.
No.
That's why we're not Cat Monsoon.
Goats are cheaper.
Yeah, that's it. They're easily pleased.
Yeah.
There's enough images of them online. I mean, who doesn't like a good goat? Goats are
Exactly.
great.
They're completely inoffensive in their own way, but for some reason they've been picked up as sort of
Satanic
metal.
creatures.
Yeah, this is satanic stuff. Yeah, we love them. We're hoping that when we can start getting together and stuff, that we'll do a video for one of our tracks, proper video rather than a lockdown one, and might be able to do it with some goats, as in the video, not anything weird. But then you never know. You never know with the video.
Yeah, it's really strange that goats are like you just think about it, you don't think anything intimidating about a goat, but they're still quite metal animals. And when you think about it, they're very similar to cats. Think about it, like they're very independent. They don't give a shit about anything, and just get on with their day.
Need a big old goat flap in the door if you wanted to have them as a pet,
Yeah.
though. So.
Yep, basically. I mean, that's the thing because I can't remember who I saw having a discussion about this a few months ago, but you can't do this kind of thing with a dog. Like you can do things like this with a cat. Like you can use cats for metal because, unlike a dog is completely loyal. It completely depends on you. Yeah, a dog can be aggressive,
They're
but
just friendly, aren't
exactly. Like if you died in your home, a dog will wait until it's starving to eat you. A cat won't give a fuck. It will just go for you. Oh
they?
fuck, he's
You
dead.
rip your face straight off, really. A cat wouldn't care, would it? It would just...
Exactly. It's something so
Yeah.
adorable, but it's also got this vibe of don't fuck
They're
off,
edgy.
mate. Same as goats.
My cat bites me now, and I'm perfectly alive, as far as I know. So yeah, they are evil little creatures. Love them.
Goats eat anything, don't they? Or do they?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder because I know they used to use pigs to get rid of dead bodies. I wonder if you can do that with a goat. There you go. There's the premise of your next music video.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'll yeah. I'm not sure who we're going to sacrifice for that, but we'll sort it out. So there's plenty of people I'd like to.
That'll work. That'll work. And well, I'm getting really lost in this list. I really should stop getting that lost. Yeah. So, what is next for Goat Monsoon after the lockdown? Like, what are the plans that you guys have currently set your eyes on?
just really gigging. Like we just want to get out and gig more, and probably just further afield, like and sort of maybe get together some bands that we know that we like. Just I'd like to get into London. There's a few venues up there that I'm really interested in playing. So it's just getting connections, friends that we know that play up there already, and just really working hard. Just playing more, working hard, different venues, different people. That'd be really good. Just sort of building a little scene. That'd be quite enjoyable to do.
Yeah, I think we need to. Yeah, I agree with Charlie. I think we're hoping to do a video if we get a chance for Alpha Kings, but we'll that's all dependent on whether we get a chance to do it. Get some content out, write some new stuff, and get out. As Charlie said, get out gigging. Said we had some really sweet gigs lined up for this period, so we're really bummed to have missed them, but we're hoping they'll sort of be put on either at the end of this year or the beginning of next, and we can start getting out and putting it out there again, putting ourselves, laying ourselves bare on the stage, because that's what we enjoy doing.
Cool. And I'm not completely with it today. Sorry.
It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, for some reason I'm focused on Tuesday now. That's your fault. I'll blame you for this.
Okay.
But
it's all right. No worries.
But yeah. So yeah. Do you know? I mean, you guys are probably judging Melted Masses next year still from what you're supposed to be doing this year.
Yeah, we haven't heard from Ian, but that's quite possible. Yeah.
You're just in conjunction with Fortune Black, maybe. Who knows?
Yes.
Actually, on what you were saying earlier, Charlie, about about the judging and everything, I remember talking to Chris Bone about that as well, and he seemed to have a very similar feeling about that as you did. Where it's like, we're not in a place to judge, etc., etc.
Yeah.
It must be really bizarre to be in that position.
It is. It's really strange. I'll be honest, I don't think I like it, because it is so difficult, and you can like a band for different reasons, and you've got to be so impartial, and it's really, really difficult. And just to look at all the different factors and then summarize them. And then you're kind of like, ultimately you're sending someone home. They're not going to play, and I know how special it was to have that opportunity to play Bloodstock, and to do that to someone really sucks. But it is what it is, and it is a competition. But I think not expecting to win ourselves, we were blown away, and it was such a fantastic opportunity. But a lot of bands, I suppose there's a few bands that go in there with an idea that, they're going to get through, and there's other bands that go in there that just try their hardest just to get through. And, to say to someone, sorry, we prefer this band to your band, is really, it's not nice, to be honest, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, what advice do you guys have for other bands in that position?
I think just be, just if you're going into the competition, we always try to get on stage as quickly as we could. I mean, sometimes we have technical problems, but just get on stage as quickly as you can and get your content out, really, and just play the best you can, and don't be too hung up if it doesn't go perfectly, because some people don't notice those things, and we can all be our own worst critics at the end of the day. But just do your best and come across real. A lot of people can see through acts and stuff, but just be as real as you can, and just love what you're doing. That's the main thing. I think that's, if you come across like that, then you'll go far, to be honest.
Yeah, play to the crowd. Don't alienate them. You've got to be genuine to yourself. And as Charlie said, people can see through bullshit. They can see when you're not being true to yourself, or that you're trying to do something too hard. You just got to go out there and be good, and run, and you've also got to sort of roll through the mistakes. If mistakes happen, just roll past it, crack on. Make something of it if you need to. If you don't need to, then crack on. Just it happens. Shit happens on stage, and you just got to deal with it. It's I think this. Yeah, you need the audience. I'm not saying that you should. Don't take them for mugs. They're good people, and they've come out to watch you. So don't play them. Play to them. Don't play them. They can tell. They can smell. They can smell the snake oil salesman. So that's the truth.
Okay. With that, is there anything else that you guys wanted to wedge into the podcast at all? Anything? Any messages? Anything that you wanted to say at all?
I can't think of anything really. Just we just really hope that people are still not going to forget us and still want to come and see us when we start gigging again. And obviously things have been a bit quiet for us, like they are for a lot of bands at the moment. But just keep us in mind, and we, just come and see us when we're around. And we're trying to, obviously we want to put Essex on the map for bands, and obviously it's a difficult time for venues, so just keep going to see bands really, and keep the little venues running, and otherwise there won't be anywhere for us to play. So yeah, just keep going, see live bands, and come and see us.
Yep. And don't forget to visit our website. We've got a lot on there. Goatmonsoon.com. Can't miss it.
Yes, don't forget to follow them on all the social medias: Facebook, Instagram, their website, and Twitter. Am I noticed their Twitter?
There's no content on it, but yeah, we're there.
And following them on there as well doesn't matter.
I did learn the other day that our songs are on TikTok. So if anyone wants to tag us in anything that they've done on TikTok with Goat Monsoon songs, then crack on. Happy with that. So
Goat Monsoon, the TikToking. But we will conclude today's show. Thank you very much, Charlie, and thank you very much, Mike, from Goat Monsoon, for taking part in this.
Thank you.
And don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and yeah, this is the Mesmerise podcast.
Thank you.
Stay safe.